And with this one little change, we are going to be making gold fuel as fast as we possibly can. There's no more gold left on the map. Hello everyone and welcome back to Automation Empire. I am Arctic Wolf and this is episode 14. In our last episode we ripped out our trucks and our claw trains and we put in these awesome train lines. Yeah, so we got trains. In today's episode we're going to be converting our outgoing gold into gold fuel. We're going to be tapping into these two deposits of coal resources, one right here and one right here. We're going to bring them out to a building right here. We're going to process the coal into refined coal, and then we're going to bring the gold out of this building into another building to combine it together, and then we'll reroute these trains to bring the gold fuel over here for the research and going out on that train there. So that's the plan for today. I don't know how long this is going to take me, so I'm just going to jump right into it, and I will see you on the other end. Okay, so there's the speed up. I think this is the first episode since episode 1 where the start of the build has not been destroy a bunch of stuff. We actually went right into building this time, which is good, which means we're actually making progress, and some of our buildings might actually be considered permanent at this point. Like, I'm pretty sure that the iron and the coal smelter raiders over there are permanent fixtures now. I'm also fairly certain that the iron or the steel plates building is permanent, albeit it might not stay as a steel plates manufacturer. We might change that in the future. But right here what I'm doing is I'm hooking up this coal nodes, just trying to find the best way to route the minecart tracks around it, and the power lines to keep everything out of the way. And then let's see, after this we go out and get the other coal. We route that to a building over here in this corner by this minecart track right here. Then we make another building out that way. We hook the gold and the cooked coal from this building here into that other building out there, and then we reroute all the gold that's going out there to go into the building, and then we send the gold fuel out. I add another train line for the gold fuel, so that brings our total trains up to 4, and our output just gets ridiculous at that point. These miners ended up being really easy to set up. I made a little bit of a mistake right there at the very beginning, but this setup right here is real nice and clean. Just a little loopy around, loops back on itself, and it's there. We go. We have to reroute this around this track for now. Part of the reason I didn't destroy everything and then just start over was because we're making money at this point, and if I destroy everything and start over, we stop making money, and then the episode becomes wait till you have money, then put something down, then wait till you have money, then put something down. Doing it this way, I let that gold run going out until I'm ready to use it, then I'll just reroute it, and then that severely cuts down on the amount of time where we're not making any money. And here we need to add another power station. I'm just checking around the area to see where I can put more power stations. I may have to move all 5 of those inland a little bit to be able to add more in that area. As far as I know, the power is the only one where it doesn't require proximity to itself to put another one down. Whereas in your research bays and all your entrances have to be adjacent to a similar to put one down. So here we're using all of the tactics and technology that we have unlocked at this point in this build. We're using the remote connectors with the combiners for super compact setups. I end up using a minecart feed valve from one building to the other here. This smelting array with the one boxer to 3 ovens really works well. It saves on boxers and it saves on the remote connectors. So then what I decided, or what I figured out, and I will probably end up changing this in the other factories, is that you can merge these outputs onto one line. I just now thought of it when I was putting this in, but I was like, why am I not just doing it like this? Because that saves me on the remote connectors and the pickup points that are the destroy crates and stop for the belts. Saves on a bunch of them. So we'll probably be converting to that system for all of our smelting needs throughout the entire base, colony, map, whatever you want to call it. Here I didn't put this building down in the right spot. Well, that's debatable, but I didn't like the location of the building, so I changed it. That's a little more justifiable there. Yeah, I just decided that I wanted it to be able to go right directly into this other building. So however that was going to fit was going to be the way it worked. And it won't let me go over 3 deep there, so I come over this way and just make it like this. It works fine. And now I can spam this wall all over here with doors and then just run the minecart straight directly through. And it's a beautiful thing. Then I notice we need power, so I run a power line. Yay, power. To both corners, the corner of both buildings, rather. Then we got the typical orange and green. I generally do that. The incoming resources are generally orange if it's raw, and I'll cook it into a green pipe, and then if they're refined when they come in orange and green, and I'll combine them into a blue one. That's just my personal preference. I do it the same way in every building. That way I don't forget what's going where. You don't have to use my color code system, but it works. So do it how you want to, but that's how I do it. Yep. Right here, more of the same. Okay, that's going into the orange one. We got the coal coming into the green one. Now we need to add some combiners. I start with a big bin for the blue one. Then I move it because I don't know why I'm even putting this down here. It does end up being a small bin at the other end, but for now, while I don't have an outgoing spot for the gold fuel, this works fine because I can backlog. I think that holds 120 of the gold fuel before I have to worry about getting rid of it or worry about it backing up everything. So this combiner setup with the remote connectors is the same as the one that I made in the steel plates factory. It might be a little bit bigger, but this is, as far as I can tell, the most compact you can get these things. And there's very, very few empty spaces in there to do anything with. You might be able to do some kind of swirl geometric pattern, radial symmetry thing and fill in them 4 squares in the middle. I don't know. I don't know if there's going to be, with the sticking out in 3 sides like that, I don't know if it'll work that way. But if anybody does have a better space-saving design than this, go ahead and send me a link to your Twitter in the comments or whatever. Show me a screenshot. But yep, we're adding another station out here. That's the great thing about the trains. They have to start at the same place, but they don't all have to end at the same place. So you start them all on one mountain, and they go everywhere, all across your map. You fit in your stations where they're needed, and you can have multiple stations on the same train line too. It's just the train will be twice as long, and it will take it twice as long to load up and leave. But if you have your station set up like this, the train will fill up at the first station and never take anything from the second ones. Keep that in mind. That's why I'm only running 1 train per station, and I actually got 2 trains over there on the steel plates station, just so we can assure they get out of there. We're not cooking enough coal, so I go ahead and I copy this setup exactly, 1 entire setup in front of it. So it's exactly the same as the one right behind it, right down to which side has the long, oh maybe not, I guess I did it a little bit backwards right there at the end, but it doesn't matter. We're just going to feed it to the other side, whatever, it's the same amount of space. Might be able to save some space by turning one of the arrays around and interlocking the boxers together like I did over in the gold. Doesn't really matter here at this one. So now we're cooking the coal. The goal here is to make every incoming resource empty and all the outgoing resources full, if possible. Like if I've got the iron over there in the iron smeltery, right, I'm bringing in all the iron to that building. Then I want to cook it all and send it all out to the steel plates building. So if I go to that iron building and I look at the bins and they're both empty, that's good. Especially if I look back at the storage by the miners and that bin is empty too, that means we are bringing in and cooking all the iron we can get. Same with the coal, same with the gold. So that's going to be the ultimate goal here while we're doing this. We're going to set this one up. Then I'm going to go over there and fiddle with steel plates, maybe add a few combiners and stuff. Okay, so if you notice during that time lapse, the on-off settings for my train stations were reset. So I think I encountered the very first bug in this game. So here we are. We are making as much gold fuel as we can. If you look over here, we've got no gold ore except for what's coming out fresh in the bins here. We've got no refined gold other than like the one that's in there to make it color. So all the gold is getting put into here and then processed out. The coal side over here, where all the coal we're bringing in is getting processed. All the refined gold and refined coal that we bring into here is being processed. And then all of our gold ore is being shipped, or gold fuel, excuse me, is being shipped out. I added another train line for it, as well as converting the existing gold line to the gold fuel. We've also got the steel plates going out still just like we had. It appears that we need to add some combiners to this setup right here. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. Well, now that's happening. Okay. I'm going to keep an eye on this. I may want to add more to these. I'm going to come down here and check it. Because it appears that we're smelting all the iron that's coming in here. And it appears that we're smelting all the coal that's coming in here. So the only bottleneck is the combiners here. Okay, that's good. That's good. Let's go ahead and fix that. How's that doing? Okay, we're using all that up, using all that up, and filling that one up. Perfect. Okay. So. Oh. There. That'll connect the research back to the gold fuel. Oops. Yep, they have been using just the leftover gold they had. That was it. Aha. Okay. So at this point, we're waiting for research to happen so we can unlock oil. We've already met our 12,000. Look at that 3-month record, 25,520. We've almost hit our 30,000 goal to finish, but we're going for 45K. So that when we get the mission objective, that's not going to be game over. I've already expended my entire bonus on the gold fuel. But wow. Well, yeah, we got 4 trains with 18 cars each coming in. This is just so cool. Well, okay, we're going to have to call it there for today. I've run out of recording time. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up button. If you like this series and my channel, hit the subscribe button. If you want to know exactly when my next video comes out, hit that bell icon. You'll get a notification. But you people have a wonderful day. Thanks for coming through. And we'll see y'all next time. With that, Arctic Wolf out.